What's going on, guys? I want to make a video that's going to clear something up because I think this gets a little bit confusing for some of you guys when I'm kind of throwing out terminology and time frames, this, that, and the other. So the question that was brought to my attention was, what's the difference between the first hour highs and lows? And I also mentioned first 30 minutes off the open. Okay, this is the confusion here. So I chart on Thinkorswim. Okay, so when I pull up my 1 hour time frame, and I'm looking at a 1 hour 20-day time frame, okay, when I pull up the 1 hour time frame, you're going to see here, okay, here I'm going to draw a little arrow here. I'm going to draw a little arrow here. Okay, this arrow, how do I inverse this? So this arrow on this candle, if I could ever get it to work right, is the first hour candle. Okay, first hour candle. Why is it the first hour candle? Because the market opens at 6:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. The first hour candle is going to run from 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. Okay, that's it. That's it. Now, I've run into issues with traders that are inside Evolution Traders. Maybe they chart on a different brokerage or a different platform, and when they bring up their 1 hour time frame, their 1 hour time frame starts at, their 1 hour candle starts at 6:30 and ends at 7:30. Okay, so sometimes when I'm throwing out levels, they're about 30 minutes behind. So I started looking into this, and I started, kind of analyzing what exactly is going on here. And I don't really know. I'm not really, of a tech guy where I know exactly what's going on. But what I do know is all I'm realistically looking for is the opening range 30-minute candle. Okay, so the opening range 30-minute candle. Now, here's the 6:30 a.m. I'm on a 30-minute time frame. So the 30-minute candle, notice the lows and the highs are the same as my 1 hour. Why? Because it's the same opening range. So whether you're looking at a 1 hour time frame or a 30-minute time frame, what I mean about the opening range in the first hour candle high, the first hour's highs and lows, is what did the market do between open and 7 a.m.? Now, sometimes that 6 a.m. to 6:30 a.m., we might have a lower low or a higher high. But what I'm looking at is correlating that or going against what the overnight session highs and lows are. Okay, so there's a few ways to look at it. If the market's going to open up at 6:30 in the morning, well, what's the low of overnight session? Overnight session being from midnight to the market open. Okay, well, that's the opening hour lows. What's the opening hour highs? Is right here. What's the overnight session highs? Is here, the top of this red box. So what I look at is the first hour candle. Okay, and again, I just want to make this super simple because some people they don't understand and they need a little bit more extra love and care. Guys, I'm looking at the first hour of the market open. So for me, that's 6 a.m. and 7 a.m. And depending on how you want to look at it, I can have someone out there that's going to say, well, the first hour after the market open would be between 6:30 and 7:30. I get it. I get what you're saying. But what I'm saying is my opening range is only from 6:30 to 7 a.m. And that hour candle is going to be 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. If the opening 30 minutes is from 6:30 to 7 a.m., well, my opening candle can't be from 6:30 a.m. to 7:30 a.m. Does that make any sense? Right? So from 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. is the opening hour candle. Now, if your charts don't chart this way, where when you pull up the hour time frame, it's going from 6 a.m. to 7 a.m., then look at the opening 30 minutes, 6:30 a.m. to 7 a.m. What is price doing between 6:30 a.m. and 7 a.m.? That's your opening range. Then what you need to do from there is correlate that to the overnight session highs and lows. So if the overnight session highs and lows are a little bit below, like let's say for example, that overnight session lows is below the opening 30-minute range or 1 hour candle, right? Let's say it's below that. Well, I don't really want to take a short position until we take out overnight session lows. For example, like here, notice the first hour candle highs is still a little bit below the overnight session lows. So maybe, unless you're a scalper, maybe, you know, if you're a longer term trader, maybe you wait for the first hour candle highs to get confirmed and overnight session highs to get confirmed, and you would have taken the long position here at 7 a.m., which is a fantastic move. If you're a little bit of a scalper, well, then you could have gotten in at the highs of 17,622, and the next hour goes all the way up to 17,666. So again, you know, a 40-point move here if you would have taken the first hour highs, or you could have taken a bigger move here if you would have waited for the overnight session highs. So again, all I'm looking for is what is price doing between 6 a.m. and 7 a.m. That's my first hour candle. I'm marking out those highs and lows, and then I'm working that against what did price do in the overnight session, and then I'm kind of looking at, okay, did we take out overnight session highs and lows in the opening 30 minutes? If we did, then all I'm looking for is a confirmation between 7 and 8 to go long. All I'm looking for is a confirmation between 7 and 8 to go short. Does that make sense? Again, guys, don't make this so difficult. There's so many guys out there right now and gals that are making this so difficult. Just take the price from the market open until the top of the hour. So if you're trading on Eastern Standard Time, what is price doing between 9:30 a.m. and 10 a.m.? And then work that against what price did in the overnight session. Okay, so depending on where price is at, if we confirm, right, if we confirm the first hour highs, aka the first 30 minutes off the open, and that's also confirming overnight session highs, overnight session lows, then we got a beautiful trade set up there, and let's go ahead and work that. And how do we work a stop loss? We can use a previous 5-minute candle stop. We can use a moving average, whether you want to use the 5, 10, or 20-day moving average, any close below that as a stop. Whatever. You want to use the previous hour candle low as a stop if you trade super small size and you want to really like let this thing swing on you. Whatever, right? Whatever. There's no right or wrong way to do it. But all I'm telling you is that if you manage your risk and you wait for that opening range to get confirmed, which is 30 minutes off the open, or between 6 and 7 a.m., and you're looking for a trade between 7 and 8 a.m., you're going to have fantastic opportunities to make some money. I hope this makes sense, and I hope I don't get a bunch of comments of people still not understanding, because this is already long-winded, and I feel like this is such a basic concept and a basic, you know, I feel like at this point I'm just talking in tongues, but it's so basic. Like I'm not trying to make this difficult on you, and you shouldn't try to overanalyze this and try to figure out what the fuck is going on. Again, I'm looking at 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. What's that range? And then I'm looking at overnight session highs and lows. What's that range? Great. If we can confirm the highs or lows at 7 a.m. to 8 a.m., I want to take that trade. That's it. Simple. Hope you guys enjoyed this video.